Good day, sir. I'm Kim Araneta, and today I'm going to discuss the core concept of Katz's categorical imperative. Katz's categorical imperative is a core concept in ethics, asserting that moral action should be universalizable and should treat all individuals as having intrinsic value. It essentially provides a framework for determining right and wrong action based on reason and principle applicable to all rational beings. So, example of core principle is respect for humanity. This principle, also known as the formula of humanity, emphasizes treating every individual as an end in themselves, not merely as a means to an end. It, it requires respecting the autonomy and dignity of all rational beings. This means not using someone to achieve your goals without their consent and treating them with the respect they deserve as a rational being. Categorical imperative suggests that moral action should be based on universal principles that can be applied to all individuals, and that we should always treat others with respect and dignity, recognizing their inherent worth.
Good day everyone, I'm Cadet Gabriel B. Bulabos, and today I'm going to explain one of the most important ideas in moral philosophy, Kant categorical imperative. Immanuel Kant believed that morality is based not on feelings or consequences, but on reason and duty. For him, an action is truly moral only when it's done out of a sense of duty, not because we want to send something in return. At the center of his theoretical theory and categorical imperative, a rule that applies everyone at all times no matter what their personal desire may be. The categorical imperative helps us test whether our action and morality acceptable. The first version is called the formula of another law. It tells us the act only on principles that we could be logically will to become universal law. So before acting, we should ask, what if everyone did this? If the action would lead a contradiction, our breakdown is society when universe lies, then it's morality wrong. And that's all. Thank you guys.
Good day, everyone. I am Brian Joshua M. De La Cruz, student from 1BRBO4. Immanuel Kant. Categorical imperative is a central concept in his moral philosophy, designed to provide a clear method for determining what is morality rights. Here are the core principles of the categorical imperative. Formula of universal law. Universality principle act only according to that maxim whereby you can at the same time will that I should become a universal law. This means you should only act according to rules that you believe everyone should follow. If a rules would lead to contradiction or chaos when universalized, then it's morally unacceptable. In a sense, Kant moral law is based on reason, universality, and respect for human dignity. Morality is not based on consequences but on whether an action can by rationality justified from everyone. Thank you.
So good evening, sir. I'm Cadet Manu Mapsensal. Let's analyze unethical dealing by using Kant formula of the kingdom of ends. Use of blowing on unethical practices within the company. The dilemma. Imagine we work for a pharmaceutical company that is frequently turned off throughout clinical trials, don't claim serious side effects. of a new drug to expedite its approval and maximize profits. It discovered internal documents revealing this unethical behavior to face a difficult choice, remain silent and shoot the drug, or blow the whistle, potentially risking your career and facing retaliation. Analyzing the dilemma using the formula of the kingdom of ends. The formula of the kingdom of ends asks us to consider whether our action could be viewed as a universal law within a hypothetical kingdom of where all rational beings act as both legislators and subjects, treating each other as ends in themselves. Option 1. Remain silent, Maxim. To protect my own career and avoid potential harm, I will remain silent about unethical company practices. Analysis. If everyone acted on this maximum accountability for unethical action will disappear, companies will be free to engage in harmful practices without fear or consequences, undermining trust and harming individual and society as a whole. Option 2. Whistleblowing maximum to uphold ethical practices and protect public safety. I will report unethical company practices even if it jeopardizes my career. Analysis. If everyone acted on this maxim, it will contribute to a more ethical and accountable society. It will promote transparency and protect individuals from harm.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm C. Alexis Mateus, student of 1BRB04. The formula of universal law is one interpretation of Immanuel Kant's categorical imperative. It says, act only according to the maxim whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. A maxim is a subjective rule or principle behind an action. Kant taught that moral action had to be derived from rule applicable to all people. To check whether an action is ethical, you ask whether the rule underlying it be universalized. If the rule would result in a contradiction or an impossibility when universalized, then the action is unethical. For instance, if everyone lied wherever it was convenient, trust would break down, and lying would lose meaning. Thus, lying cannot be a universal law and it's wrong. This method does not take into account consequences but is to learn with whether a rule or logical sound and applicable to everyone. It seeks to establish a rational and universal basis of morality.
Fernandez CIL of 1BRB04 BS Criminology. Kant's categorical imperative, particularly the formula of humanity, emphasized that we should treat all individuals as ends in themselves, not merely as means to our goals. This principle requires us to respect their autonomy, inherent worth, and ability to make rational decisions considering their perspective and well-being. For better understanding, could the action be universalized without contradiction? This aspect of the categorical imperative asks whether the action could be performed by everyone without undermining the very principle relies upon. For example, if lying were universalized, true trust would collapse, making lying itself impossible. For example, plagiarism violates the principle by using someone else's work to achieve a grade, disrespecting the author's effort and brags if everyone plagiarizes. It will undermine academic integrity. The formula of humanity promotes action respecting the inherent worth and autonomy of all. This may necessitate self-sacrifice but ensures moral alignment by considering others' perspective and protecting their agency. While not offering simple solution, it provides a structured method for navigating complex ethical dilemmas.